You got a good one there.
Hockey Madabuti.
Man, have you seen that name before?
No.
Yeah.
I always blundered that name for so long. He got it on the first, he saw that? He got it on the first try.
Was it Hockey Madabuti? Okay.
I used to tear that name up, boy. That's all right. All right, next.
Def Jeff.
You were supposed to be next.
5% Nation.
Nathan. Yeah.
Go ahead.
5% Nation.
And the next one?
Native tonguers.
That's all one. Go ahead, do it.
Jungle Brother, a tribe called Quest. A tribe called Quest, Queen
Latifah.
Latifah de la Soul.
Okay. Next.
Minister for Rican.
Farrakhan.
Instead of Sonic.
Okay. This one through the rest of these. Kwame Ture, we got Brand Nubian, Black Panthers, Tupac Amaru Shakur, Jawanza Kanjufu. He wrote a book called Hip Hop versus Mock, and countering the conspiracy to destroy black boys and girls. Really bad, brother. But this is all was part of the movement of the golden age of hip hop. These people, Arrested Development, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Dr. Frances Welsing, she just passed a couple of years ago, and I was just going through some of her stuff and just going through a video, and about the 24-minute mark of this video, she says that rap music has annihilated the self-respect of black people. And I've been taking that quote and using it all the time. It may be in this presentation, maybe I can put it in there. She said rap music has annihilated our self-respect. Success and Effects, Chancellor Williams, he wrote The Destruction of Black Civilization. Paris is a rapper right now who still makes great music. Makes great music. He got a video called Boom Boom Pop. And it's a video that deals with the gun violence that's occurring. On April 4th, we come up on the 50th anniversary of the assassination of who? April 4th. Martin Luther King. Y'all want to talk about it. And he deals with that, all that in like a 5-minute video. And the video is powerful. Get your parents, check it out with your parents. It's called Boom Boom Pat from Paris. I think that's the name of it. Steve Coakley. And a lot of these people, me, an instructor, we used to be like, they would always come through here, all over the place to do lectures, and we knew these people personally, a lot of these people. Kicking this knowledge. A lot of them are gone to the ancestors right now, but we're trying to carry on their legacy and share this information. And it was in the music. It was in the music. Dale Jones, YZ, Public Enemy, Dr. Ben, and Kool Moe Dee in this song he had called Knowledge is King. I saw Kool Moe Dee early this century at a concert in Chicago, and I got a chance to talk to him. And I said, Moe Dee, this is your fault. Because this music has got like this, it's your fault. And he got, what you talking about? I said, you did this song called Knowledge is King, which I still think today is the most profound rap song ever made. Knowledge is King by Kool Moe Dee. He talked about war, killing people we never saw before. Some don't even know what we're fighting for. We're following rulers instead of the prophets. The wicked can rule you, but knowledge can stop it. Souls can't be controlled because it's a spiritual thing, but you got to have knowledge. Knowledge is king. Powerful song. That's just one little piece of a verse. The same beat for Knowledge is King, one of our homeboys from here, from the U.S., had a song called Gin and Juice. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Snoop Dogg. So we ain't gonna play no Knowledge is King. We gonna give you the same beat that y'all can dance to, but we're gonna tell you to drink gin and juice. That they knew exactly what they were doing. He had a feud, like rappers today have like feuds with each other, and back then they had feuds. Sometimes they wouldn't really even like each other. But they weren't talking about shooting and killing each other, but they verbally battle in the music. So Moe Dee had one with, you got a question, brother?
No.
Oh, stay? No? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Oh, you stretch it all right on. So Moe Dee had one with LL Cool J. So they stopped playing Moe Dee again, and LL Cool J became a movie star. They know exactly what they're doing. We don't want to hear Knowledge is King and no music, telling us that we all shouldn't be fighting in these wars and not questioning stuff. They had a secret meeting up in the right corner. That's anybody know who that is? Eazy-E and Jerry Heller. Yeah, Jerry Heller is a European Zionist who okayed and turned the world-class wrecking crew into NWA, along with and promoted and pushed them. And says, okay, yeah, all right, you can have a group with the most despicable, dangerous, horrible word in the history of English or any other language at the top of it. And so that's okay. And here he is with Eazy-E. So if y'all saw the movie, who's seen the movie?
Moving on.
There's a movie about
Straight Outta
MGS.
Compton.
Straight Outta Compton.
I saw straight up.
If you guys remember, the part of that movie that got to me mainly is when Ice Cube left and Jerry Heller, when he said something about Jews, and Jerry Heller had a fit and told me that's wrong, you shouldn't be doing that. So Jerry Heller had a fit, but yet he's gonna help this group start and call himself NWA, drop an N-bomb and talk about shooting and killing, breaking the houses and all kinds of stuff in NWA. So this horrible music is nothing new. It's been around a while, but it's just gotten worse, progressively worse. So they had a secret meeting. And the secret meeting is almost like the Willie Lynch letter. Y'all heard of the Willie Lynch letter?
Yes.
So was it fabricated? Was it real? We found out that there was a brother in North Carolina who's still alive, I think, that did that Willie Lynch letter. He may have just recently. That was like fabricated. But a lot of what they talk about is real. The secret meeting, maybe it was real, maybe it wasn't. But they supposedly said stuff like that Kool Moe Dee song, we can't have no more of this. All those people we talked about, we can't have no more music with this type of stuff and it uplift these people. We like to give them something that's going to bring them down. That's what happened in the secret meeting. So, Golden Age, there was a song called Put Your Hands on My Eyes Can See.
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes. You know the song? Bad, funky song, right? Funky. The video, they got, kind of crazy. Like even Africans and tribes dancing and jamming. But there was a song he had after that called Give Me Some More. And I listened to Give Me Some More, and every line in Give Me Some More had an N-word in it. Every line in it. So I know there's a problem there. And I realized this age is changing. Any of y'all heard of Craig Mack? Flavor in your ear?
Yes.
School with him.
Huh?
I went to school with him.
You didn't? Wow. He just passed
Yeah, he just passed.
last week.
Congenital heart failure.
Wow. So I was watching the video for Flavor in Your Ear. And again, it's another example. It's not spelled F-L-A-V-O-R in the song like I posted. It's F-L-A-V-A. Flavor in your ear, not flavor. Flavor. I'm gonna kick in new flavor in your ear. I got the brand new flavor. Funky song. I watched the video, no cursing, no disrespecting women, just a funky song. We just partied like I don't know what to that song. Then I watched the remix. The remix included Biggie Smalls, Notorious Big, and LL, and Busta Rhymes. Man, I forgot Busta was in it. Was in the remix. And in that remix, it was ratchet. They took the song, Puff Daddy did this, P. Diddy, whatever you want to call it, and took the song and messed it up. And I said, that was the end of the golden age of hip hop, to me. Between the original Flavor in Your Ear and the ratchet remix of Flavor in Your Ear. That was the end of it, right there. And so, anyway, so this was some stuff on the golden age and what happened as we came up with the new millennium. And that was like 1994, 95. Even though a lot of the conscious artists and stuff stopped getting played, we still had people like the Fugees with Lauryn Hill making good music. They would come, just came out. The Black Stars just came out. That's Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Yeah, Mos Def call himself not singing thing now. Dead Prayers started coming out with good music. They still make good music. Common Sense, Common. People get on him a little bit now. I still think he makes some good quality music that they just don't play. Then we had the death of Tupac and Biggie. Tupac in Las Vegas. Biggie here in LA. That was 1996. Leading up to the new millennium, how much was it worse to sell us out? Hustle Simmons, we'll call him Russell Simmons. He got caught up in that Me Too movement. Sean Combs, Slave Z. So we had a beautiful song, one of the most beautiful songs ever made about our women called Ain't No Woman Like the One I Got.
Oh, I know that song.
Actually, it was the Four Tops. It was the Four Tops. Y'all know that song?
Yes.
Wow, okay, cool. So that song was distorted around 96, 97 by Jay-Z and Foxy Clown with Ain't No End Like the One I Got, and the rest of it I ain't gonna say what it is because I can't say it in this class. So, they like that. So we're gonna continue to support you, Jay-Z. Biggie, your partner is dead now. Build you up, give you the opportunity to make plenty of money. We're gonna make you a token. Anybody know what a token is?
A coin?
It can be a coin.
It's the white people with the black people or
No, not that. That's true.
Money?
So money can be a token like a coin, but the token is like you have a token person, a token Negro, a token, yeah,
That's what I meant.
like that, okay, yeah. And so, and that's so we look up to that person as someone we can aspire to, we can never aspire to. How many black billionaires or near billionaires are gonna be out here, but they put him out there as a token for you to aspire to be like that, make him think you can be like that, when you don't even wanna be like that. You know, you don't even need all that. And so, and that's what they do, he's like a token, there's plenty of tokens out there. But the masses of us, we just wanna evolve, we wanna survive, we wanna be able to get to the level where we can support our families and our people and do what we can. Not all that stuff, because you do it at what expense? Like Drake has a song now called God is Good.
God's plan.
God's plan, I'm sorry. And where he gives away what?
Money.
He gives about $1 million, right?
Yes.
But understand this when you look at that. Like 21 Savage has a thing right now where he's giving out $21,000, $1,000 for 21 people. Nikki Garbage gave out $20,000 in scholarship. Chance the Rapper gives out all kind of money and things in Chicago. A lot of these artists do these things. But when you do $500 million worth of damage and you give away $1 million, that doesn't balance. You feel me? So it's nice when you see a video and you see people who are struggling, who need a little bit of money and some support, and they get some money. That's cool. But we got to think about this on a mass level. What about the images when you're telling people, I got 3 babies and they all 3? That means, you know, and for him, he got all kind of money so he can maybe support the 3 babies. 3 different babies from 3 different mamas. I don't think he had triplets. But for the masses of us, with daddy's going to be struggling trying to take care of 3 different children. It's a bad image. So you're doing $500 million worth of damage and you're giving $1 million back. It doesn't compute. Going back to Fake. Fake's mother is European Jew. And his daddy is the brother of Larry Graham, who was with a group called Graham Central Station, Sly Stone. Brother. So he drops, I don't know how many N-bombs in his songs, right? Just about all the time he's dropping N-bombs in his music, is Drake. But he never says anything about his mother's side that's offensive or derogatory, because he can't. They wouldn't put the record out. They tell him, Drake, no, you can't do that. But yet he can drop as many N-bombs as he wants to. So check out that double standard and stuff sometime. I got the thing on my side and all this horrible music he makes too, but then you're going to give away $1 million and you've done $500 million worth of damage. Nicki Minaj has done $10 million, more like $1 billion worth of damage probably. And yet she's going to give away $20,000. 21 Savage talks about how he's going to run up in your, he says in the song, I'm going to wet up your mama and your grandmama house. Keep shooting until somebody dies. That's what he says in the song. He says in the song Bank Account. He says, we not with that rah-rush Glock cock, we don't give about who we hit. So we had 2 little girls, younger than y'all age in Chicago about 3 weeks ago shot. So I don't think the person who shot him was aiming to shoot him. He was wasn't on that rah-rush. He didn't give a F about who he hit. Listen to this crap. This is in the music. Man. So Jay-Z, the Dungeon Family, down south, no limit cash money. We messed up. We stopped respecting ourselves. You see 50 Cent right there on the album cover with the gun right in the album cover. I'm listening in Chicago, riding around, listening to music, talking about, I had your mama picking out your casket. Why is that on the radio? Why would you play something like that on the radio? There's Snoop Dogg down at the bottom. He got 2 sisters on leashes. On leashes. How many of y'all heard of YFN Lucci? YFN Lucci. We got 3 or 4 people have heard of him. He had a song out with the Migos called I Got the Key to the Streets. I Got the Key to the Streets. You heard that song?
Yes.
You heard that song? I'll put your H on a leash.
Oh, I haven't heard the word.
That's what he says in that song. In that song he says the chopper will decapitate him and blow his face off. And there's no cursing in that, so they played that song on the radio without editing that a chopper will decapitate somebody and blow their face off. YFN Lucci. Anybody saw the movie, it was out about a year ago, about Nat Turner.
Oh. Yeah.
What was that, Birth of a Nation?
Yes.
Did you see the part on there when the white girl and the black girl were playing in the plantation house? Remember that part? What were they playing with? So back then they had a black girl and white girl playing in that movie, and the white girl had the black girl on a leash, running her around. And so the question was, even the little girl, while she was filming, she asked, I'm having fun, but why does she have to have this leash around me? She didn't even know the girl was playing a role. Why did it happen? So you have a song on the radio being played every day, I Got Your H on a Leash. Snoop Dogg got these two sisters on the leash, but now he got a gospel album right now, and people bragging and talking about this gospel album is nice. But he got two sisters on the leash. Apologize for that, make amends for that. You know, to play some reparations for that. Go to a women's shelter and donate $2 million of that $40 million you got. Then we can talk. Then we can start talking. And so I asked a young brother, it was a math class I was teaching the other day, and I said, if your sister or auntie or your mama, somebody had them on a leash, because we were talking about Wifey and Lucy and the Migos, how you like them. If somebody had them on a leash, what would you do? He said he'd kill them. If somebody had his mama, his auntie, that's what he said. He said that's what he would do. I know somebody had my mama, or my daughter, or my sister on a leash, it's gonna be trouble.
Yeah.
And he got sisters on the leash. In our music, bragging on that. Then you got even LeBron James. Who's that? He's with Kanye, don't care about black people waste. You see him over there, Foxy Clown, Slave Z. They're right there sitting down in that middle picture. So LeBron James was upset because somebody spray painted on his Bel Air home on the gate, Nigger, right? But yet in the NBA All-Star game, he's supporting the Migos as being the official artist, musical artist for the NBA All-Star game last month, right here in Los Angeles. Did you guys know that?
No.
The Migos. Who said they like the Migos in here? A few people did. Their hit songs are what? Bad and what?
Bad and bougie.
Okay, in that song you talk about misogyny. You know what misogyny is?
Mm-hmm.
Misogyny means the hatred of women. They talk about misogyny. That song you talk about self-hate, because they drop N-bombs all throughout that song, right? My ends is ruthless, right? They talk about shooting and killing people, right? I got 30 to 100 rounds too, right?
Yeah.
They talk about slinging drugs. I'm cooking up crack in a crock pot, right? Cooking up dope in a crock pot, right? They are the official NBA All-Star Game artists. Have we lost our mind? How many of y'all heard the new song that got Ric Flair? They got something about Ric Flair. You heard it? A couple of y'all heard it? Just horrible music. They're on this song called Motorsport.
Oh,
I
I love that.
You said what about the song?
I love it.
Say it again.
I love it.
He loved Motorsport. I'll talk to the adults about some of the lyrics in the Motorsports after this is done, because I can't even say it with y'all in there. But they play it on the radio every day, all day. All day, right?
Yeah, it got horrible like after the 2000s.
It was, yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. It's just horrible. And we got, how old are you, brother?
No.
9. So the rise of 50 Cent, Slave Z, and Lil Stan. Y'all call him Lil Wayne, they call him Lil Stan.
That's who deserves it.
And you know what? Somebody got mad at me a couple times when we did this presentation because I give nicknames to them. But I'm telling y'all, as an adult, this stuff is sad. It's embarrassing. It's tough. And you know, people give me props because I listen to it, and I had to stop listening to it. You know what I do now? I monitor it, because I would be in my backyard mowing my lawn with this stuff coming in my head because I listen to this stuff. I stopped listening to it, so now I just monitor it because it gets to you. It can really get to you. So some of the ways we kind of have fun with it is we give nicknames to some of these tools of white supremacy, which is what they are. They're helping the agenda of white supremacy because it's dangerous to black people. Now, as a matter of fact, right across the street, you see that building right across the street?
Yes.
From here, it's the National Congress of Council of Negro Women.
Yeah.
So she was down with them. That sister right up there at the top. Matter of fact, I got to look at that mural because I couldn't find it. I went to the wrong building. And I'm gonna see if her picture's up there. She should be up there. Beautiful sister. She said they don't do that music for white folks. There's a station in Chicago called WGCI. iHeart Radio. They own stations all around the country. So iHeart owns 8 licenses in Chicago. Chicago has the second or third largest population of African people concentrated. Second or third. All of the radio stations in Chicago that are black radio stations are not owned by black people. We don't own them. They own them. And they put whatever message they want to put out. So iHeart has 8 licenses, y'all, in the Chicago area. They have one for young white children, one for young black children. The one for young white children, they'll get one sexual reference, we get 25. 25 to 1 ratio. They get one violent reference, we get 25. One violent reference, we get 50. It's a 50 to 1 ratio of violence content in the music for the black children as compared to the white children from iHeartRadio. They know exactly what they're doing. We've been there, we talked to them. We asked them to please stop playing this music that talked about shooting and killing black people. Please stop playing. And they told us 4 times that we asked them, they told us 4 times, they told us no. I got to talk to a white man and a sister in there with him. And that's what they said, no. We're going to still play music telling y'all to shoot and kill each other. It might hurt our sponsors. So I said, well, we're going to see your sponsors. McDonald's, one of the biggest sponsors, right? Y'all saw that picture of McDonald's?
Yes.
We were out there demonstrating. Guess how many people came out there with us?
A whole lot.
3.
3,
2. 1.
2, sometimes 1, sometimes. The most we ever got out there was like 17. And this is a city with the 2nd or 3rd largest concentration of African people in the country. And the most we can get out there was 17 people to demonstrate at McDonald's so far. Isn't that sad? It's sad, it's embarrassing. We're going to continue to push though. Movement for Change, this brother right here, he was with the Nation of Islam, and they had a movement for change, and they were really doing some good work with getting the record companies to get people aware of what was going on in this music and try to change it. They had a summit with record companies about to happen. And then that aforementioned Russell Simmons, he said no, he got with some other people in the nation, Ben Chavis, and said no, we're going to do it, forget Conrad, meet with us. So they met, they had something called the Hip Hop Summit Action Network that came out, and they did nothing. The music got worse. And so now Conrad is still, we were on this radio show a couple weeks ago, but he's still trying to do the work. There was a show called BET Uncut, they used to come on, it was horrible, came on late at night. It was almost like it was just horrible. So this brother and Dick Gregory and some others, they went to the home of the lady we saw earlier and demonstrated at BET. It was on BET. And that was called the Enough is Enough campaign. So yeah, Calvin Buss is a preacher out of New York. Okay, so the lyrics is back-to-back songs about stripping on the radio. Am I lying?
No.
Materialism. $1,000 watch really is that much. $7,500 Saint Laurent jacket. How many of you heard that? You heard that before?
Oh, yeah.
Say it again, say it loud.
I know that song.
You heard that? You know that song. Okay. Why? If you got $7,500, would you buy it? Would you spend it on one jacket?
No.
Great. Wait, y'all same thing, right? You would spend that on one jacket, would you? What'd you do with it? You get something to your parents, right?
No.
You better be with this money to your parents. So anyway, so that's what they put in our heads, to be materialistic and stupidly materialistic. Gucci, Tom Ford, all this stuff. 90% of the songs call us that word. 90% of the songs on these stations call us that word. Always about alcoholism and drinking. Okay, how can you function if you're drunk? Can you function? Can you you got family members and people you know, adults that you see get drunk and they can't function. But the music is always telling us to stay drunk. Molly, ecstasy, lean, be on drugs. And the music, come on. Gunplay and murder. What is that? Still in the music. But in Chicago, in Chicago in 2000, we're going to wrap this up in a minute, go for the questions real quick. But in Chicago, in 2016, there were almost 13 people every day were getting shot. Every day, 13 people getting shot. And if there were 13 people in Chicago getting shot every day, 12 of them look like us. And 12 or 13 of the people in Chicago ain't black. We're like a little less than half of the people in Chicago. The violent porn is violent. Rockstar, who knows the song Rockstar? Everybody knows the song Rockstar. He says, somebody's Uzi. He says, run from your block and rat-a-tat-tat, right?
Yeah.
How you say it? Somebody?
Cayman.
But y'all know the song. It's 21 Savage and Post Malone. And on the video, they're all covered in blood. Now, I was in Las Vegas. And last year in Las Vegas, some fool knocked out a window of a hotel and shot up hundreds of people and killed 59 at a concert. Did y'all remember that? You guys remember that? Yeah, you know his name. So, but how do you have in Las Vegas, where this happened on the radio, the iHeart station, that targets black people. That's the number one song, where he talks about erotic on your block, right, tat, tat, tat. How do you have Rick Ross at the Mandela Bay, where this happened at, with a billboard with Rick Ross, and he's coming in concert this week? Rick Ross will be in concert at the same hotel where all these people were shot, with all the violence music he puts out. It's just, we gotta wake up, y'all. And the misogyny, you know, this song by Chris Brown, you guys may not know it, but it's just bad music. This is a song right now, how many of y'all know a song called Twerk? It's like a booty, it's like booty, 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 booty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, only few of y'all know it. But it's like the top song in the country. And in one of the lines it says, your mama didn't make a beautiful child, or somebody's gonna be somebody's wife, or just gonna raise a family. They said your mama made an HOE in the song. This is that song, which is one of the top songs in the country right now. Okay, they mainstream it. I'm gonna stop because the lyrics are pretty bad. I got a section where we show lyrics, but y'all know them, and I ain't gonna just put them in this, show them in this classroom. But 2 Slave Chains, y'all know him?
Yeah.
He was on 2 Broke Girls a while back. Fake was on the ESPYs. Nikki Garbage on American Idol. Playoff Game Promotion, Ratchet Rappers. You see, there's Snoop, there's some of the ones that they always show them on TV when they're on TV. Like it's some big thing. iHeart, Clear Channel, their own stations. We talked about that. BT, Crawford Broadcasting. Crawford Broadcasting is interesting. They're in the Chicago area, but they're all around the country. They're in Denver, they're out here in Orange County, they're all around the country. They do conservative Christian talk all around the country. These people on radio stations all around the country. But when it comes to the black people in Chicago, it's ratchet, violent, pornographic music that talks about shooting and killing people. When we call them and talk to them about it, they say, well, it's the parents' fault. That's the pushback, it's the parents' fault. So censorship, they say that we call for censorship, so they don't like that. So we say, one of the brothers that worked with us, Bob Law, says, if it's not talking about, open the door, somebody, come in. Yes, you're right. It should be where, if it's not talking about the typical things that we talked about earlier, they censor it. That means they don't play it. That means they don't let you hear it. Okay, these radio stations, all they want our black children and black people to hear, and black people to hear songs about shooting and killing, disrespecting women, B-word, N-word, I'm on drugs. Okay, that's all they do. And you see these guys right here? That picture, anybody know who that is?
One of them.
Say it again, back there.
Migos.
It's the Migos. It's the Migos with
Quavo.
Quavo, Offset,
Take off.
and Take Off. Take Off. He said take over.
Take off.
And they got their handlers there with them. You see what the handlers are? See the Europeans there who are their handlers? Yeah. So 300 Entertainment, there's Larry Cohen, there's Arrested Development. Second album, they censored that. Their first album had a song called Tennessee and Mr. Wendell. Beautiful music. Second album was better than the first album. First album made the record companies plenty of money. They got rich off Arrested Development's first album. The second album was even better. They didn't play that. Not because they wouldn't sell, because they didn't want that message going to black people. There's a video, you guys can remember this, maybe watch this with your parents, it's called the N-word multi-power structure, to let you know who was behind putting that out. There's also a video that we do with the National Black Leadership Alliance, and it deals with why that word is not cool for us to be using that word. So there's all kinds of stuff on here. There's also a white dude named White Mike. He's been saying the same thing we've been saying. He's out of Jacksonville. And he talked about how when you turn the radio from one side to the other, turn the dial. The only time we hear somebody talking about shooting and killing people, if it's a black music radio station for our youth. So it's a good thing he did on TED Talk. See Draymond Green?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, he got in trouble for calling this white woman referee. He called her F and B. And so he got thrown out the game, but he was made to apologize like he should have, and he was fined like he should have been fined. But a little while later, 2 weeks later at the All-Star game, who was the official guest of the All-Star game, musical guest?
Quavo.
The Migos. And the Migos do much worse than call people women. They call black women B's and H's and tell black people to kill each other all the time. But yet, that was okay. This is not okay, but this is okay. We said either one is okay. We said, again, like with LeBron James, don't spray paint that word on my fence in my Bel Air home. Don't dance to the music that says that. 780 people murdered in Chicago in 2016. Yet, in 2017 in January, you know these radio stations do a top 10? Well, the iHeart station in Chicago, they do a top 11. And we were listening to the top 11 in January of 2017. Right after, this came out on January 1st, 2017. This article, that's the copy of the article. 780 people murdered in Chicago. That was 13 people shot every day. Out of that, 780 of them got murdered. So, listen to the radio in January. They don't do the top 10. They do the top 11. And 5 different songs in this top 11 said this. If Young Metro don't trust you.
I want you to.
Y'all heard that before?
Oh, yeah. It's like the producer, Metro Boomin.
The producer, Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
Not one song, y'all, but 5 songs said, if Young Metro don't trust you,
I'm gonna shoot you.
I'm gonna shoot you. 5, can you just think about that? 5 different songs. They know exactly what they're doing. Exactly what they're doing when they're programming this into our heads. That if I don't trust, only person I knew in here when the board came in here, the only person I knew in here was who? The only one I knew. I don't know y'all. So I don't trust you. But if I don't trust you, should I want to get to know you so I can trust you?
Yes.
Or I just stay away from you? I'm not going to shoot you. But this is what's programming into the minds of the masses of our people, and not one song, but 5 different songs that are in hot rotation. And when we say hot rotation, that means they play 15 to 20 times per day. How many hours in a day?
24.
So if they would play 12 times a day, you'd hear them every other what?
Hour.
But they played 15 to 20 times a day. So you might hear them at 7 o'clock in the morning when you get up. You might hear Motorsport on at 7 o'clock in the morning. It might be back on at 8:30, back on at 9:30. 11 o'clock they're playing Motorsport again. 1 o'clock they're playing Motorsport again. 3:30, as soon as you get out of school, on the way home, Motorsport's on again. 4:30 it's on again. 5 o'clock is in the mix. 7 o'clock is in the top 10. 8 o'clock is on again. This is what we're getting. This is how much they play this stuff again. And in Motorsport, there's so much horrible language in that song. It's ridiculous. Again, I'll talk to the instructors afterwards about some of the stuff that Nikki Garbage says on that song. Some of the stuff that Cardi B says on that song. How about Cartier Barty? Bartier Cardi. Don't put them shows down. We got some good music for you to dance to, not that. You know that, y'all know that song, right? Y'all know that song? I'm sharing with you. Can't do it in here. Can't do it in here. But I'm sharing with the instructors later. But can you imagine that? After you had all these people, when people die, families are destroyed when our people are dying. And you have so less respect for us. This is what you're gonna play. If I don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. People with no future. Oh, there it is right there. I got it. Oh, this is the head lyric to that. I got 1, 2, 3. But this is from 21 Savage. Now he was on Ellen DeGeneres the other day. Can you believe that? He was on Ellen DeGeneres. And so he sang the song Bank Account. And he kept repeating, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 meals in my bank account. So when it came time for the shooters, he didn't say shooters. He said again, meals in my bank account. So he repeated that again. And so we did some math. Y'all pretty good at math? Okay, let's do some math real quick. Okay, we talked about hot rotation. 20 times a day. So 20 spins per day is what they call it. So you got hot rotation, 20 spins per day. So he says, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shooters ready to gun you down. Ready to gun you down, ready to gun you down. How many times is that? He says ready to gun you down. 1,
6.
7? 7 times. Okay, what's 7 times 20?
140.
140, okay. So he's saying that 7 times and it's played 20 times a day. And so on the song, he says that in 3 different verses. He stops and he rhymes a little bit more, talks about not caring about who he shoots, he's gonna shoot up everybody on the block, don't give a F about who he kills. Okay, so then he goes back again. It's like, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bills on my bank account, shooters ready to gun you down. So he says it 3 different verses. So 3 times 7 is what?
21.
That's probably why he does it. Now to think about it. So it's 21 Savage. Wow. Okay, so we got that 21 times 20. So let's go start over again. So what's 21 times 20?
420. 420.
420? Is it 420 or 220?
Wait, you said
420.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, 220.
420.
420.
Okay, so now look, y'all. Look, we got this song been repeated 18 times. No, how many times? No, 21 times?
20 times.
20 times. Okay, so it's on 2 different radio stations, so double that up.
840.
So 840 times every day on a radio station that specifically target African children, you're hearing, I got shooters ready to gun you down. In a city like Chicago, where we said 13 people were being shot every day. And this is what European-owned radio stations are targeting black children with every day. Do you see what they're doing? Do y'all see what they're doing? Is that right?
No.
So let your parents know what's going on with this music. And you know, and look at them, they don't care. They just show, look at them on the video for Rockstar. Look what they drenched in what?
Blood.
So anyway, we're not gonna go to the lyric sound check because it's so horrible. But that's pretty much it. And we just wanted to wake y'all up and let you understand what's happening with this music. When I was y'all age, I mean, we were listening to Earth, Wind & Fire. We were listening to Ohio players. We were listening to Stevie Wonder. You know, right? That's the type of music we were listening to. Just good music. We asked the question also when we get with people, how many slow jams, and y'all know, well, I knew about slow jams when I was y'all age, shoot. How many slow jams have been popular in the last, can you name me 5 slow jams in the last 2 years that have been popular?
What is slow jam?
2 years.
Oh, slow jams are like slow music, right?
Yes.
You know, like slow, like
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran, okay.
Trey Songz.
Well,
it's titled like
But it is kind of slow jams that Trey Songz puts out. So I may give you that, even though they're a little more explicit than what we're talking about.
Adele.
And he says Adele, so we heard Ed Sheeran, Adele, anybody else?
No.
Ain't this sad? And I'm telling y'all, we grew up on a Manhattan's, Larry Graham, Philip Hyman, Earth, Wind & Fire, Frankie Beverly. I mean, just so. When y'all listen to y'all parents' slow jams, or grandparents' slow jams, do y'all like it?
Yeah.
You don't like the slow jams? Luther
It depends
Vandross?
on what slow jam it is for me.
Yeah, I didn't like all the slow jams either, because some of them they played too much. But some of them are.
That's what my dad does.
This is just mind-boggling, but check it out.